The NBA is in trouble. Ratings just came out. People don't watch. Views are down 48% from 2012, and from just last year, down 28% on ESPN. Meanwhile, the NFL having their second highest ratings of all time. Baseball's up 22%. So this isn't a sports thing, it's an NBA thing. Why? Well, there are 5 different reasons that people talk about, but only one of them is really the problem. And when you hear this, it will be obvious what's wrong with the NBA. But what pisses people off the most about the NBA is politics. They openly embrace specific views during the bubble, and some of the most high-profile coaches are still going off in public. Steve Kerr spoke at a political convention, did the night-night. Greg Popovich will literally do 10-minute rants on why he hates the president. Look, I'm not a huge fan of those politics either, but who wants to hear this while they're trying to watch basketball?
He's pathetic, he's small. He's a whiner. We all know that. You wouldn't have him babysit your kids. You wouldn't hire him if you had a small business. You want that man in your business? What were you going to vote for president? Kamala Harris whipped his ass in the debate, obviously, and he's running ever since. He doesn't want any part of her.
And like I said, I don't disagree with all of that, but over half the country does. And I'm going to show you how they actually feel. And if you recognize this guy, don't automatically turn it off, okay? If you disagree with his politics, he sucks, blah, blah, blah. Just know that over half of the country is angry.
You're okay with Popovich speaking to me like this, a customer? To millions of customers that at one point we grew up listening to this game and watching this game. We have to, grown men, I'm 46 years old, I got 4 kids, I want to sit and watch a game. You want me to hear this bullshit? Adam Silver, it's on you. I put it on you for walking on eggshells around guys like LeBron, walking on eggshells around guys like Steve Kerr. Every time I have to watch people like Popovich, I can't just watch and see his greatness as a coach. I have to sit there and feel judged.
Exactly. Even if I disagree with that guy's politics, his point is right. Why should over half the country feel judged? No matter how I feel, nobody should feel judged because of their opinions, especially when they're trying to watch basketball. So yeah, people are out, but how many people? My number one hack for the holidays has been MyFitFoods. I can get out of control with the holiday eating, and by the way, if I do, that's okay. I can always slim down later, right? New Year's resolutions are great, and what I do is I pick 4 meals out of the day. I don't even have to think about it. They've got great selections like the new Moroccan chicken or the orange chicken. I eat those 4, I feel full, and I just feel good. MyFitFoods has meals for whatever diet you're on. Just walk into a store in Houston, Portland, or Denver, or check out this map. If you're in any of these cities in Texas or New Orleans, overnight shipping. Try MyFitFoods, you're gonna get great meals and you're gonna help out the channel. It is promo code AMHOOPS30, you get 30% off. Well, the NFL went through a similar thing when Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem. However you feel about that, that's not important. The point is that Colin did this in the 2016 season. Ratings tanked by almost 2 million people per game. They went down again in 2017 for a near historic low. Then the issue started to go away and they slowly crept back up. So I'm not saying that it was right or wrong. What I'm saying is that politics in sports does not mix. But here's the thing about the NFL. According to a 2013 study, so when ratings for the NBA were high, conservative fans to the right of the graph, liberals to the left. The NFL is mostly conservative. But the 2 most liberal leagues in America are the NBA and the WNBA way over there. I think most fans probably already agree with Pop, so it doesn't count for a 40% drop in ratings. And because of that, I put politics at just 10% of the problem. The other big thing you hear is 3-pointers. Back in the day, every team had its own unique style. It was fun. Now everybody's the same. Layups and threes. Since the 3-point line started in 1980, threes have gone up and up. 39% of all shots are now 3-pointers. A clip went viral recently called, "Why don't you watch the NBA anymore? This is why." So Steph Curry ruined the game. Wait, actually, If you look at the leaders in three-pointers, a different team created all this mess. The Celtics were the first team to take 10% of their shots from three in 1988, #1 offense. So they upped it to 15% the next year. It didn't work. Still, three slowly ticked up until the Houston Rockets took 40% of their shots from deep in 2017, 50% in 2018 with success. It wasn't James Harden, it was Daryl Morey. This math nerd discovered that shooting 33% from three is the same as shooting 50% from two. It turned out league average from three in 2016 was 35.4% and 49% from two. So they're leaving points on the floor by not shooting threes. Now everybody sees this and plays the same way. But was watching like Patrick Ewing back to the basket that much better? No, I would much rather have Steph and Klay hitting threes. That clip we just saw was an extreme example. That's why it went viral. You can find ugly ball in every sport, 10% of the blame. But the #1 problem by far is not having 82 games. Okay, they've had that, like with big ratings, Michael Jordan, okay, 82. It's not finding games on TV, which is tough, but every other league also has that. The problem is actually what makes the NBA great. People watch other sports for the team. Like college football, for example, #2 sport in America. New kids every 2 years, but people don't care. They love the team. It's the same with the NFL and baseball. Basketball is about stars. It wasn't the Bulls era, it was the Michael Jordan era. Who saved the league in the 80s? The Celtics and Lakers? No, people say Bird and Magic saved the league. It's always been about stars. And after LeBron, Steph, and KD leave, who do we have next? Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards? Sorry, not good enough. Is there a player under 30 who is more popular than Caitlin Clark? No, that's a problem in a star-driven league. And Caitlin proves you can still make gigantic superstars in 2025. It has gotten so bad that some of my biggest videos this year are about Bronny James. You're telling me a kid that can't even play is carrying the league? That is pathetic. Stars impact seen in MLB. I mean, the 2023 World Series was the least watched of all time. 9.1 million average viewers. But 1 year later was Dodgers Yankees, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge. Ratings jumped to 15.8 million, a 74% increase. Where's that for basketball? Well, this is a chart of games missed by NBA stars. Back in the late 90s, stars only missed about 13% of regular season games. That has grown and grown to 22% recently. So even when the NBA does have some stars, they miss like a quarter of the games. The good news is we are going to have another Bird and Magic situation. I think in like 10, 15 years, we're gonna look back and say, oh, this kid and this kid saved the league. We just don't know who they are. They're probably in elementary school right now. They're going to be as big as Steph Curry and LeBron James. We don't even know their names, but they're gonna be so big that even with politics or the style of game, whatever, people will love to watch. I mean, they all watch and talk about Caitlin Clark, right? She shoots a ton of threes, that's not the problem, but we don't have them right now. So I give that 75% of the blame. If those kids were here now, the league would be huge. But us diehards are gonna watch no matter who's playing, and it is almost NBA trade season. You know Jimmy Butler is gonna get most of the buzz online, right? But what about the big group of other good players who could change teams? So I did a deep dive on the biggest rumors.